Welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Nuri Alamin with the headlines. Prime Minister reached Maldives on 6th-day official visit. 2 memorandum of understandings likely to be signed. BNP held rallies in 6 districts today, demanding Khaleda Zia's release and treatment abroad. 2 accused are ordered to surrender at 2-layer court today over Isco money laundering case. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina reached Male, the capital of Maldives, today on her maiden 6-day bilateral visit at the invitation of Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohammed Solih. During her visit, 4 instruments, including 2 memorandum of understandings, are likely to be signed on tomorrow. The 4 proposed deeds are agreement on avoidance of double taxation and prevention of fiscal evasion with respect to taxes on income transfer of prisoners, memorandum of understanding in the areas of healthcare and medical sciences between the Bangladesh and Maldives, and MOU between Bangladesh and Maldives on cooperation in the area of youth and sports development as well. Besides this, the MOU on the recruitment of qualified health professionals between Bangladesh and the Maldives will be renewed. The Premier is scheduled to reach Dhaka on December 27. BNP held rallies on 6 districts today, demanding the release of Khaleda Zia and her medical treatment on abroad. On the first day of the program, rallies was held in Tangail, Joshore, Dinspur, Bogura, Hobiganj and Brahmanbaria. The gathering was coordinated by the members of the party's standing committee. Leaders and activists of BNP and its affiliated organizations was present at the rally. Strict security was taken by the police. On December 24 and 26, there will be 6 rallies in the 6th district. From December 27 to 30, there will be 7 rallies on every day. Central leaders will be present at that rallies. Separate committees have been formed for each district. Rallies will be held in 32 districts till December 30 with the same demand. The High Court today directed businessmen Mohammad Shahjan and Nirjan Chandra Shaha, who were acquitted from a money laundering case in which former Chief Justice Surendra Kumar Sinha was sentenced to the 11 years imprisonment, to surrender to the trial court immediately. The High Court, however, ordered the trial court concerned to grant bail of the Shahjan and Niranjan after they surrender. The bench of Justice Muhammad Enayatur Rahim and Justice Muhammad Mustafizur Rahman passed the order after admitting for hearing an appeal filed by the Anti-Corruption Commission challenging the lower court verdict that acquitted Shahjan and Niranjan. On November 9, a Dhaka court sentenced Justice Isco to 11 years imprisonment and 8 others to different terms of jail sentence in the case filed over 4 crore Taka money laundering case. Mohammad Shahjan and Niranjan were acquitted of the charges as allegations brought against them were not proven. A shipment of 8 coaches and 4 engines of the country's first metro rail service, Dhaka Metro, has arrived at Bangla port from Japan. Authorities said SPM Bangkok, the vessel carrying the coaches and engines, anchored at jetty number 8 of the port on yesterday. Another shipment is scheduled to arrive next month. Manager of ancient steamship Libin said the 90 more bogies and locomotives will arrive in Bangladesh by 2022. Earlier on, 6 vessels carrying 48 bogies had arrived at Bangla port. A test run of Dhaka Metro train service was carried out on August 29. Mass Rapid Transit Line 6, the country's first metro rail system, built at a cost of the 21,985 crore taka. Viewers, we are taking a short break. Stay with Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back, and you are watching Bangla City SATV News. Now move on to the international news. A landslide at a jade mine in northern Myanmar today killed at least one person, injured 25 and left dozens are missing. Scores die each year working in the country's lucrative but poorly regulated jade trade, which uses low-paid migrant workers. The disaster struck at a mine in Hakant township close to the Chinese border in Kachin state, where the billions of dollars of the precious mineral is believed to be scourged from the Bear Hill slide each year. Authorities said they have sent 25 injured people to the hospital, while they have found one dead. Around 200 rescuers were working to recover bodies, with some using boats to search for the dead in a nearby lake. West Bengal's ruling Trinamool Congress swept in Calcutta Municipal Corporation polls by winning 134 out of 144 wards on yesterday. The Bharatiya Janata Party finished second with the 3 seats. The Congress and the left won 2 wards each. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee called the civic polls result a victory for the national politics. Hours after Mamata said the board and the mayor of Calcutta Municipal Corporation will be decided on December 23rd in her presence at the Maharashtra Bhavan. Though the party is yet to finalize any name, there was the strong indication that the chief minister wants to rest on the Firhad Hakim once again. President Joe Biden yesterday told Americans worried about the rapidly spreading Omicron coronavirus variant that the country was prepared to fight it, as Israel pioneered the use of COVID vaccine boosters, announced 4th shots for those over 60 and health workers. In Washington, Biden announced a fault of the measures the United States battled the latest surge in COVID-19 cases, including shipping hub and a billion of free home tests starting in January. Biden said his administration would deploy the military personnel to hospitals, ship supplies to hard-hit states, and get new free testing sites and the running. Besides, in Israel, the Prime Minister Naftali Bennett said citizens over the age of 60 years of age and the medical teams would be eligible for the 4th COVID vaccine shot. The Health Ministry said there were at least 340 known cases of Omicron in Israel. A Madagascan minister was one of the 2 survivors to have swum some 12 hours to shore Tuesday after the helicopter crashed off the islands of the northeastern coast. Reports said a search was still ongoing for the 2 other passengers after the crash on Monday, whose cause was not immediately clear. In a video shared on the social media, 57 years old, the galley appears lying exhausted on the deck chair, still in his camouflage uniform. The helicopter was flying him and the others to inspect the site of the shipwreck off the northeastern coast on Monday morning. At least 39 people died on the disaster. Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday warned that Russia was prepared to take the military technical measures in response to unfriendly Western actions over the Ukraine conflict. The Russian president has accused the United States and the Washington-led NATO military alliance in stoking tensions near the Moscow's border. But these were his first comments hinting at potential conflict. Putin told the Defense Ministry officials that if the West continued its obviously aggressive stance, the Russia would take appropriate, rationally, the military technical measures. The United States has been sounding the alarm since the mid-November that Moscow could be planning a large-scale attack on the ex-Soviet neighbor Ukraine and was warned Putin on unprecedented sanctions. Despite hinting at conflict, Putin said that Russia wants to avoid the bloodshed. They want to resolve issues by the political and the diplomatic means. Libya's parliament said the Friday's planned presidential election would not go ahead and didn't name a new date. This statement by the parliament's election committee was the first official announcement of a delay. A very large numbers of the Libyan had already registered for the voting cards for the elections. On one, the politicians all slide in the Libya have said that the sign of a strong popular desire for the vote. However, with the mobilizations in Tripoli and over the western areas by the armed groups, the collapse of the electoral process risks the aggravating local disputes and triggering a new round of fighting. Factions, candidates and the foreign powers have been talking behind the scheme about whether an election can still take place with a short delay or whether a longer postponement is necessary to reach the agreement on the legal basis of the vote. Real Madrid has added the David Alaba and Isco to its list of the players with COVID-19, taking to its 8 members of its first team. Madrid added the defender and the midfielder on Tuesday to the list that already included Luka Modric, Marco Asensio, Rodrigo Gretebel, Marcelo and the backup goalkeeper Adriani Lunin. None will be available for the Spanish leaders match at Atletico Bilbao today. Bilbao will be without 4 players, including Spain goalkeeper Nan Simon and the starting defender Inigo Martinez. Before ending, we go through Bangla City SATV News headlines again. Prime Minister reached Maldives on 6-day official visit. 2 memorandum of understandings likely to be signed. BNP held rallies in 6 districts today, demanding Khaleda Zia's release and treatment abroad. 2 accused are ordered to surrender at lower court today over SK Sinha money laundering case. You are up to date with the Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.